Hey folks, day 6 here. Working on rafters again. As it stands right now, we're still under, for this building, somewhere around $3,200, $3,300 we've spent so far, which is not bad for a 12 by 16 if you go look at them. And this one's built far better than any sheds you're going to go look at. So I'm going to continue putting rafters up. I've got to cut some more blocking. I have to go kind of slow. I'm kind of sore after 6 days of this. Got to go kind of slow and take my time, because I don't want to make a mistake and cut something. When you're on a tight budget, you got to be careful what you cut up. So doing it as good as I can, as economically as I can, so I don't waste a lot of material. I've got a 2-foot section here. It's going to be almost in the center, and I'm going to have a couple of rafters on 1-foot centers there just to strengthen it up. But it's coming along pretty nice.
As I've said before, when I begin a project, I don't ever write out a set of plans for it. It's just all in my head. But I don't look at problems as issues. I just look at them as a way to be creative. When I started out, I didn't have these rafters on 1-foot centers in the center of this building. But in the end, it actually helped strengthen the building. And then the way I had to lay out my OSB strengthened it even more. Doesn't always work out that way, but this time it worked out really good.
Alrighty folks, all the rafters are in. Got my supports under both ends. Here's where my break is, and I've actually got these on 1-foot centers here. If you'll notice on my outside, because I'm using 8-foot goods, I'm a little wider in this bay on each end, but it's gonna be a full 8-foot. There ain't gonna be no breaks there, so it'll span 2 feet easy enough. I'm probably going to put some blocking in at the 8-foot mark, or at the 4-foot mark, right in here, where the OSB breaks on, especially on those 4. It just helps strengthen that up. We have a fly rafter that's going to go on the outside. I'll have to have some blocking there too. This way it worked out, and not having to buy a bunch of more OSB. That OSB is $20 a sheet, so I worked it out to where I could do it with 9 instead of 12. But like I said, I'm going to put some blocking in, which will help it at the 4-foot mark. But like I said, it'll span 2 foot easy. We've done that a lot over the years. So it's not really a 2 foot. It's not quite 2 foot. I think it's like 22 inches. And then right here in the center of the building, we've got a little extra because we got a break. I don't know if you can see it right there, and right there where we had to add 2 feet to our ridge pole. Because overall, we want to go out a foot on each side, so we had to add 2 foot somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a 4-foot, 4x8 sheet in 2 long ways, lay one on this side, one on that side, be good to go. So got that all in. My next step, these 2x4s here where we used to join, they're sticking up a little bit. I might have to take a sawzall and trim off the corner tops of those. Either that or just a wood chisel. I may go get a wood chisel and just trim them off. And then I'm going to start over on this side sheeting. I'm going to put one whole 4x8 sheet. It's going to break right here on this rafter right here. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get this all done today. We're going to go get metal tomorrow, and hopefully I can get the metal on there on Wednesday, maybe hang the windows and doors. In this building alone, we got 80 and 40, 120, 130. There's about 140 2x4s, 8-foot 2x4s in this building, and 4 2x4 12s. Anyway, I'm going to get after it. We should be able to have some sheeting on this thing by the end of the day. We'll see.
every step of this project that I complete really fuels my excitement for the next step. Being able to have the opportunity to come out here to the middle of nowhere on a virgin piece of soil where no one's ever lived before, and to build a homestead the way we want to, lay it out the way we want to, is just exciting to me. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I get to see wildlife, I get to see nature up close and personal. From the view on top of this building, I can see at least 150 miles. And there's all types of wildlife. It's just serene when you're up there working and you get to experience that and you get to live in the middle of it.
Hey folks. Well, worked the sun out of the sky another day. But see if I can take you back over here. Old Boo, he hangs out with me all day. That's what I got done. Rafters blocking 5 sheets of OSB. We're a little out of square, but ain't nothing I can't hide. When you start out just a little bit out of square, we was at a little bit out of square by the time we got to the floor here. And it's all probably because of dimensional lumber. It got to be almost 1/4 inch up there. Farther you go up, the worse it gets off. So you got to pay attention to detail when you're building. And my back has about had it climbing up and down, so I'm gonna wait till tomorrow when we get back from town. We're gonna leave early, so I'm gonna go gather up all the trash we got around here. We're gonna haul trash off tomorrow. Paulie's gonna do laundry. Her knee's been hurting her. We got back from first generation Homestead. I guess we just worked too hard and wasn't used to it, didn't break into it. Her knee started swelling, so she's kind of taking it easy right now. I told her not to do anything today, so tomorrow after I bring everything back, I'll try to put the remaining OSB, the fly rafters on, put some blocking in, do what I can tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow, get my first sheet on and get it all screwed down. That first one's critical. Just like your first piece of sheeting's critical, you got to get it square. Your first piece of metal's critical. So get it squared, and then I can just roll on with it with the rest of it.
The mornings to me are just magical, particularly on the desert. The temperature's dropped overnight and it's cool. All the mistakes and maybe the failures that you experienced yesterday, you now have a chance to do them right today. It's just a beautiful time to sit and do some introspection and to meditate on the things that really matter.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm putting blocking in where this OSB breaks in between the rafters. See, I haven't got this screwed down yet. I haven't been up on top yet. I just put it on the bottom. And I'm putting a 2x4 in here as a break. Number one, if I'm running a screw through the metal and it goes through this crack, I don't want it just to go through that crack and not hold. The other thing is we have snow load in this country. Well, I'm on 16-inch centers, but this is only 1/2 inch OSB. And if we get a really heavy snow, sometimes you can see in roofs where they go like they're wavy. This right here combats that. So what I'm doing is putting blocking in there to combat that rippling effect.
There are a lot of little things like this blocking that have to be done on a project like this before you can ever actually get to parts that we show in our videos. A lot of little preparations. There are things that have to be done before you can move on to the bigger things. It's all those little things that really take and sap the energy out of you by the end of the day. The little things that nobody really sees. We had to put in blocking. We had to pre-drill our metal. I had to make sure that everything was set up so that process went really good. Everybody sees a building being built, but they don't see the mental and the physical energy that's being spent in order to make it happen.
Alright folks, we have the roof on, the ridge cap on, got the closures in. I'm not going to tell you it was an easy day. It was a rough day. Got the two windows in the front. We have to mount these other windows here. That roof like to kill me. I used to do this all day, every day. Whew, I don't think I could do it every day now. But got it up there. It was aggravating. The wind was aggravating. Getting the tar paper on and keeping it on while you was getting ready to put the metal on. That was rough. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna set you guys up right here while I grab another window, and we're gonna put another window in.
The way you would normally install a window on a house, you would start with the OSB sheeting. You would caulk your window opening. You would mount your window, and then you would apply flashing tape around the window casing. Then you would apply your siding, which you would caulk, and then you would trim out your window, which you would caulk again. But with our T111, it is being used as both our siding and our sheeting. So we're just applying these windows to the building with a little bit of caulk and then mounting the window with some screws, and we will trim it out and we'll caulk that trim. The key to it is maintenance to keep any building weather tight.
And that's how we do each one of them. We got one more to do on the back. Alright folks, got the windows and doors in it. Windows look like they need to be cleaned. But, take you up here and take you inside. But the windows open and shut. These are not the best windows. They probably need a little bit of silicone on them or something. They get kind of pinched one way or the other. We found a couple of them that were kind of bent up. Like right in here. They kind of open, kind of rough, but they were the cheapest windows we could get. But they work for a workshop. Here we go. Whew. I think we'll need some silicone. Door handle works nice. Miss Polly really liked that door handle. Didn't you, baby?
I did.
She's one hot mama today. She helped me put that roof on. So when we get back from Benson, it's going to be trimming it out, finishing it off, and then to the inside we will go. we'll be insulating and drywalling, and I'll run some lines in there for solar. We've come a long way in 7 days, ain't we?
Sure did.
Long way in 7 days.
Hot days.
Yeah, they were hot days. But windows and doors are in. Next week, we'll take and we'll finish it out, trim it out, conk it up. Moving right along. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. I know this is a long series. May put 2 days in one. I don't know. It depends on how long they are. I know I've got a lot of just footage of me working. So now we can lock it up anyway. I mean, if somebody wanted to, they could crawl over the top, but it's locked up. If they want it bad enough, they'll get in. So we're going to tidy up. Then we got to pack up and get ready to go. So until next time, we'll see you down the road.